very much. I don't think my mother would have given me such a good intro there. I'll pay you later, thank you. Really, ladies and gents, obviously welcome here. I was asked to say a few words tonight around, obviously, Laura's opening of her first solo exhibit. And really, what I started off to think to myself is, what really can you turn around and say about a woman like this? She's only 18 years of age, and words cannot, like, people are even dropping glasses just at the thought of her talent at 18 years of age. I only know Laura and her parents a very short time, and I have to say already it's been an absolute pleasure and a privilege to know the family. And the reason why I really wanted to put her parents in the first sentence as herself is really, and most of you know this already, but what a family unit they are. Family is obviously core to their values, and you can see it in every single thing about them as a group about it. And I think it was very important to note that at the outset. Her parents are absolute and utter perfect role models, not only for herself and her brother, but really for anyone to look at. They are an absolute tribute to Jamaican parents, and something I think, now with my own Jamaican passport at this stage, it's something I need to follow in that side. Passion and talent are obviously vital for any person to be successful. There's no doubt about that. Every single successful person has passion and talent. But what has to happen is that talent and passion has to be nurtured. And the one thing, as you can see today, and you can see the output and the goals that have been achieved, it's so obvious that her parents have had such a role in nurturing that talent from the day when she obviously first picked up a paintbrush. So I would ask you, if you don't mind, to raise your glasses or give a clap to Laura's parents. If we momentarily put aside the reason we're here today, and that's obviously for the exhibit, and we just speak a little about Laura as an individual. First of all, I have to say, she is absolutely one of the most beautiful looking women I've ever seen in my life. And I could say that and her boyfriend is here or what have you, but she is a fabulous looking girl, okay? Number one, and that's obviously it. But you could also see from the turnout of her friends today, she has some excellent, fantastic friends from school that are all coming out here to celebrate with her today. And that in itself, it shows a lot about her. I've heard her being described as sporty spice already. And not only from her look and the different colour in her hair every now and then, but obviously it's her love for activities and sports, whether it's horse riding, whether it's tennis, whether it's piano, or athletics. Like, the amount of trophies she has for athletics alone is just phenomenal. So she really is a complete all-rounder at that stage. It would be remiss of me not to mention that obviously in Hillel, she took up more than, obviously she was an excellent student, but one of the big things about her is that she has such a heart for other people and a very caring person. She raised in her last 4 years close on $1 million for a heart organisation and charities in Jamaica, so well done for that. And even today, you can see there that there's 3 pieces inside there in the exhibit that are donated towards the cause of Gabriel Habib Fund. So please feel free to give generously there, because Laura, even in her moment of success, is looking at other people, which again I think is a credit to her. Laura is ambitious, she's bright, she's also obviously very comfortable with the commercial aspect of the business. But really what I think tells us a little bit about Laura is her life is like art itself. It encompasses so much: the sports, her friends, her family, all the different things. And yet she gets all the important parts incorporated into her work or into her life. She hasn't just focused on one part of it. She is an absolute all-rounder, and I in the small period of time that I've got to see her, I could see that straight from the start. There's no doubt that Laura is very talented. There's nobody can question that. You walk into that room today and you just can see the talent absolutely everywhere on that side. The countless awards and tributes testify to that. I was looking around and I was looked up on the internet, and I really realised that very few politicians have been in the news more often than Laura has. You know, which again is a testament to our talent on that side of things. And also, I think she's, you know, it's been great because she's very apolitical insofar as it looks like the JLP and the PMP both support her, where she's been nominated for the Prime Minister's Award in 2007 and 2010. And please God now at the end of November we'll see it coming through. But the fact that, you know, she's one of the few people that has been nominated back in 2007 and 2010 at such a young age is just fantastic. The only award I can think off the top of my head that is probably more prestigious than the Prime Minister's National Youth Award would be probably the Digicel Trophy at the JCDC Awards, which she actually won as well, you know. And when I was looking up, I did see that she has won so many awards at JCDC that rumour has it they're actually thinking of naming it after her at this stage, you know. But again, it's just shown that the talent that she's had from such a young age has been fantastic. I was up in the Fung's house again this week and I actually laughed to myself. I thought Mr. Fung himself was trying to do the house on the cheap because I didn't realise that there was any concrete on the walls. It looked like the house has been built on Laura's work, you know. And I was saying to myself, they must dread visitors coming to the house because you could see myself, you're just walking along from room to room, you know, totally engrossed in Laura-Anne's work. And eventually, like, they're saying to you, okay, it's time for you to go now. You've been here 4.5 hours looking at her work. Please move on. And I can see from the sheer talent, you know, and it's not just Laura-Anne herself, but the family there, the work that's up there. It's an absolute pleasure to go and see, and it is a fantastic tribute to herself. Very often, when one looks at people who are talented like Laura, and especially when they're young people, you find that they box themselves into specific areas. And that, you know, it's a natural thing at a young age to be able to do that. But the one thing that I have noticed, and again, having looked at and gone to a number of exhibits over the years and looked at art, one thing I did notice about Laura-Anne was the diversity of her work. It is like, obviously from a young person, you can see obviously the vibrance of her work, you can see the energy out of her work, but the diversity there is absolutely incredible. It's like having a number of artists rolled into one. And to think that this is coming from like a girl who started painting really at around 11 years of age, she's 18 years of age now. It's just absolutely phenomenal again in the variety and diversity of the work. And one of the things that, you know, again, you know, is very credible is the fact that she's won the viewers' pick in countless exhibits where there's been a combination of artists coming together, and where it's the people who are coming to the exhibit vote on which is the best piece. And time again, Laura's pieces have been voted the viewers' pick, which again I feel is a testament to the fact of the diversity of her work here on that side of it. The other thing is, we met with Pat Ramsey this week and we were talking, and it really is, you know, incredible. Pat was just absolutely blown away and obviously sends her regards tonight, but she was blown away that somebody of this talent at this age, you know, could produce such works. And, you know, speaking to a number of serious artists in the Jamaican, in the country of Jamaica, like, believe it or not, names like Barrington Watson, you know, have been used, Colin Garland and that. And, you know, to have Laura's name to be used in the same sentence by people who actually understand and know art is just absolutely unbelievable, because these really are people who are monsters of the art world in terms of credibility, in terms of their works over the years. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. The one thing again I really wanted to say about Laura was she's incredibly modest. She's a very young girl. She realises that she doesn't know everything. She realises that it's the early stages of her career and her life. She's very, knows what she wants to do. She's interested in going abroad, you know, getting exposure to the art industry abroad and refining her skills even more and refining her talent even more than it is today. So I think that's fantastic, that a person recognises, you know, yes, I have talent, yes, I have to work hard, but yes, I need to get exposed to additional work, you know, across the world, which will make me into a better, you know, artist. And something that I think Jamaica really will be very proud of over the years to come. I think myself that it's going to be so interesting to watch her grow over the coming years, and I have absolutely no doubt myself that it will be just an incredibly successful career that we're going to watch. We're seeing the first signs of it here today. I believe, you know, I obviously from my days in Digicel, you know, every now and then you come across incredible talent from a young person. And the last person, you know, on different fields and that, the last person I remember seeing with such incredible talent, and some of you may shake your head when I actually use this name, but it actually, from the day I met Laura, it really, I saw a parallel. She is like the Usain Bolt of the art world, and I really do mean that. Today is like, reminds me of the day when Usain Bolt won the Junior World Championships. You know, it was a phenomenal achievement for such a young person, you know, representing Jamaica. And like Usain, where he's gone ahead and won his gold medals at the Olympic Games, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that we're going to see Laura achieve her gold medals in her Olympic Games. And whether that's MoMA or whether that's the Tate Gallery or whatever, but absolutely, mark my words, this lady is going to go on and do great things for herself and for Jamaica, and I really do mean, and that's why I was so delighted and honoured to be even asked to come up and say a few words about Laura, because I think she's going to be one of the real successes, and that's what this country needs, is to concentrate and promote the success of this country, to allow, you know, its people and the country be as, you know, what it's really meant to be on that side of things. Laura's work has been showcased across the world, from the US to the UK, but today is a real milestone in that she's earned the accolade of having a solo exhibit, and I just think that's absolutely phenomenal. Stephanie Marley used Laura's work, and you saw it up there in the portrait of Bob Marley. Stephanie Marley used Laura's work in the opening of their gallery at Tuffgall, and today is the opportunity for you to go along and add some of Laura's work into your own private collection on that. So I would ask you to join me in congratulating Laura on this, for achieving this wonderful milestone. And also, Laura, will you please come up and help open officially your first ever solo exhibit. Well done, congratulations. Where's my teacher?